You're supposed to do this before I left. Because now I don't know if Twitch will update.
Holy cow. Yes.
Force?
Grailfront. Goat.
Oh no. Big tentacles, no.
Thank you for completing
I can't
it.
believe you say that, Cad.
Yeah, that's why I'm glad he completed my thought. Chat knows what he said. Yes, they do, because they heard what I said.
Explicitly knows what you said.
They heard what I
Let
said.
through Bob's mic.
I was innocent until Cat explained it to me. I didn't understand.
Sweet summer child.
When did that change?
Last week.
Oh yeah?
A straw?
Brush teeth?
Yeah. You're not 60 years old?
Mm-hmm.
Not yet, at
Get me my
least.
middle straw.
Damn it, Billy.
Sure Gramps and that one's like 80 or something. Talks about World War II. Did you see the new South Park special teaser? It features Lizzo.
Oh god.
That's awesome. Who'd we lose?
I was about to say,
Bob.
who'd we lose?
We lost the Bob.
Not my Bob Balia. Sorry, that was terrible.
Someone bad that guy. That pun is awful. Sub.
Yes. 190-year-old Tichel's giant tortoise. Named
You're
Jonathan.
a giant tortoise.
Thank you.
The best pet to give because pet will outlive you.
Yeah. Except, you know, in Cyberpunk, apparently.
Yeah, well, we're not technological there. Oh,
Well, no. It was a reference to a side quest.
Walt Disney. Pretty sure his head's still frozen.
Bless you. I don't know. I played most of them back when I was still in high school.
Hasn't been a good Castlevania game.
I don't
Since-
wanna. I already know I'm declining. I'll need to remind myself even more.
Actually, I think Cad played the last good Castlevania game. Yeah. Alien Knight's really good too. Arius last decent. I don't even know who IP at that point. Nintendo doesn't know.
Konami?
God. That explains everything. Yep, Konami.
Kojima.
That means we probably got a Pachinko machine for Castlevania.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Who knows if Silent Hill 2 does well this
Alright.
year.
Hello, everybody. How's it going? Just getting started here. Actually, hold on. Did I? Yes, gotta love that YouTube now defaults to restricting my streams for ad suitability because it's not appropriate for all viewers. It's like, well, it's not. I'm just double checking here that make sure it got the right game. It did. Okay, sweet. Okay, how's everybody doing? Ooh. Got off my desk. I am in week 2 of vacation here. I just got the tweet out. Do me a favor, go give it some love. And let me grab you guys today's sauce. The link for this art, it's done by Shiki, aka Love Saber. It is on my Discord, but I don't have it handy at the moment. You can also check it on my Twitter under the Aurelia art section. I believe it's one of the most liked images for the Aurelia art tag. So just if you go in there, you should see it pretty quickly. Okay, let me get rid of my Baldur's Gate stuff there, and here we go. Okay, so I've actually been doing the 90 plus node on JP, but I have been informed that the 90 plus plus is actually better. We're going to go ahead and give that a gander. Let's see, it's alter ego, so technically pretender would actually be the best way to deal with this, but I believe it is a single target alter ego in the final wave. You can correct me if I'm wrong on that. Has the Trom daggers? Yeah. It's a 3-2-1 node. Okay. Seatonai. Seatonai, huh? That's an interesting one. Let's craft us a comp. Child, divine, fairy tale, hominid, humanoid, Ilya, immune to pigify. Oh, hold on. Here is today's artwork, chat. Go give the artist some love. And let's see. Pseudo servant, weak to enemy elish. Well, that's interesting because in theory, then you could probably just gill her ass the entire way, but probably be a lot of damage necessary. Let me see if I can take a look at the actual health of the node here. Assuming fandom has it, which it probably doesn't. Oh, it does. Okay, so about 70k in the first wave, 181 in wave 2. That's a little spicy, especially because it's a Sphinx, so it's not a servant. I need help with the final Grailfront. I can't get the end. Don't worry, we're going to be going through it ourselves here, Ice. I just need to figure out a comp here real fast for it. I can probably loop right through on this with my... She wouldn't be damage bonus. Hold on, let me text something. Because I think I have the easy solution for this. Oh, no, it's got to be a servant. So she wouldn't get extra damage against the, I was checking Musashi. She wouldn't get extra damage against the, Sphinx. Damn. Still, she's probably damage bonus, so that still may be the better of the two worlds here. Do something like that. I do have Summer Mel here, but she's just in P1. I've seen the price of the Faker Ari scan. I heard about it today. I'm gonna say, like, in a weird way, as a gacha gamer, that doesn't actually sound like that much, but it's a problem when we have to think about it as not being that much, right? Like, it's definitely something that shouldn't be the case. Like, nobody should sit there and be like, hey, this isn't an insane amount to be asking for a fucking skin. I'm sorry, Riot's just off their rocker. I don't care how many bells and whistles they put into the skin, that's too damn much. Actually, how am I coming on a second Ocean Flyer? I actually have enough to MLB a second one. It wouldn't be level 100, though. You know what? Let's try this out with Oberon and see how it goes. And we'll back it out from there. And I actually want to do more of the 3-star ones. Hold on, where are you? Wait, did I take one of the spawns off? Nani? Should not have been the case. Yeah, I'll max that out. It's plenty of extra back space in the back line. I'll tell you who's gonna end up getting bonded in the back line. It's still gonna be Oki-tan if I can. Yeah, there you go. I can fit her. Okay, so let's try. Because I get the feeling that my Musashi Berserker, who's very robust on JP, is gonna have the capability of just slaughtering this to a degree. Have you played any League since they put in Vanguard? No, I haven't. To be fair, I haven't played League since like 2024 began. It was right like at the turn of the year where they made all the changes, and I have not played since. Obviously, I hope that those changes are good, but I haven't heard much from people on that regard. Okay, so we're definitely not going to pop the damage skill there until, at least until the, you know, why did I only get 2 instead of 3 enemies here when I took max spawn? Oh no, I took max treasure chests, not max spawn. I keep forgetting in this event. I'm getting it screwed up with all the stuff going on NA. Okay. So hopefully this is enough to just power right through it. It should be. She's damage bonus. She's got a level 100 damage C on. But I just want to make sure. It's random, yeah. Okay, so easily enough. And wow, perfect refund. Fearless, thank you for the prime. Appreciate it. Chad, I did see some news, not to like try to money grub or get more money out of you in any way, shape, or form. But I did see some news to the effect of, let's try this without Oberon. To the effect of because Prime subs are changing their value payout. There's no change on you guys' end. You guys can still sub with your Prime, but basically I will get more money from it if you resub now, as opposed to, I think it's like a week or 2 from now where it's changing. I don't know. I didn't follow it too much, but just be aware that's a thing. I'm going to start getting less money from the Prime subs, but I don't really care. It is what it is. And there you go. Actually, I didn't see if that was a clean kill, but that was clean enough. So that's actually going to work as far as comps go. Which does mean I could probably just backline another unit here. She's Prime for June 1st? Yes, I believe so, if you can. But again, it doesn't matter. Prime becoming second class subs now. Like I said, I'm never gonna like end up treating my Prime subs any differently. I'm actually to a weird degree, right? Like people can very easily set their sub on like repeating and just forget about it. But like at least with you guys that are primers, like you have to come back and do that every time it's up. I almost said every stream, but you know, to a degree, it's like that takes more conscientious effort on your part. So I do appreciate when people do that regardless. And like I said, I know you guys don't have to prime to me. You don't have to prime at all to anyone. But the fact that you guys even choose to is awesome. So, and thank you for the 3 months again, Agent. Kingo Batu, yes. Okay, so let's get rid of Oberon since I know I don't need him. I think ideally I would like to hit another summer 5-star if possible here. It's probably going to be Mel, because my Mel is still just NP1, so at least getting her to NP2 is going to get me that append, so that I can take her 80% charge and her append, and basically that would be enough to handle a wave on its own. So that is ideal to an extent. And hilariously enough, I am getting to utilize the Mystic Code on this, so this is certainly the best of all worlds at this point. Amazon just said, nope, fuck you, pretty much. Lost my student prime discount. Ah, that's why. Okay, yeah, that's awful. Yep. Ice Queen, thank you for the 15. And like I said, we will be going over the Grailfront here. Just let me get these under control. We're going to pop that. We're going to pop that. We're going to pop that. The fact that I get back exactly 70 here is also just really awesome. As it's a perfect storm, so to speak. I'll be curious to see if that's dependent on damage calculations, though. Just finished up my Recollection quest in Grailfront. Yeah, we're going to be doing Grailfront today, Recollection tomorrow, JPCQ on Thursday. Sorry, I had to think about that. I don't really have anything I have to record today, nor do I think I am going to record with that in mind this week. We finally have hit a patch where neither server is doing much of anything. And now it's like, I can stop having to make constant servant analysis for a little bit here. So I'm going to enjoy that, just because like this is what vacation actually should be for me. But like it's kind of weird. I to a degree, like I don't like just making servant analysis. I want to do more. I want to be able to like have other stuff that I work in content wise. But basically I'm getting bombarded, it feels like, from both servers. And to that extent, like I think I've got another like 6 months to go before I lap myself. So like we have to make it all the way through the end of this year before like we will be at the point where I started making servant analysis covering both servers 2 years ago. And then at that point, it should ease up things, and I'll only have to cover like newer servants or servants I haven't covered, basically, and can do that at my pace instead. So that'll be a nice thing, but like it is what it is. When is Banner Review Part 2? You've already gotten Part 2 and Part 3. You're waiting on Banner Review Part 4. And which I don't know. I have to ask AP how he's coming on that. Strasser, thank you for the 17. Appreciate it. Quit FGO, but for a while, but I'm back in. Hey, welcome back. Yeah, I don't want to piss anyone off, chat, but I should say, like, I'm already over Wuthering Waves. I've pretty much been over it. I did make my thoughts known as of last week, how I felt about it. But at this point, like, I basically am just at the point of just saying, I know what it is. I know what it will be. I expect it to 100% just be 99.9% Genshin Impact. If the Kuro Games devs decide to do different stuff with it, more power to them. But I'm just going to say I don't really care for that gameplay loop. So I played it more than Genshin's. That's something, but not much, but it's something. Yeah. Like I said, if you're someone that enjoys it, more power to you. I'm not going to like sit there. I don't want to like constantly shit on the game. I'm just going to say, for what it's worth, I now know what it is within like the quantity of what it is, and I don't really care. Like it's not for me, I suspect. Every open world game is a clone, even Breath of the Wild. I mean, almost all of them are clones of Breath of the Wild, at least with the Genshin splintered off. But yeah, I mean, Wuthering Waves and Genshin basically steal concepts from each other. But, well, I say from each other. Wuthering stealing from Genshin, Genshin stealing from Breath. And Breath is stealing from largely the overall concept of what an open world game should be. I don't fault Breath of the Wild in that sense, though, because a single player game is usually developed with the mindset of how can we allow the player to have the most fun rather than how can we milk the player. And that's sort of the issue that I have with a lot of these other ones, is it becomes more how can I milk the player. But I think that's true of any gacha game. And I say this, you know, with it fully in mind, fully cognizant of the fact that, yes, I in fact do play a gacha game. So, but I've also told you guys too, it's like, I'm not the biggest fan of gacha games. Like, the reason I play Fate is because it's Fate, and every single other gacha game I've ever really tried out, it's not that they don't do different stuff. It's just that I just don't care. And that's the truth of the matter. Have I recovered from my food coma? I did, yeah. So yesterday was Memorial Day for us here in the States. Just usually one of like the holidays that pretty much everyone has off. So everybody got a nice 3-day weekend, hopefully, except for people that, you know, are unfortunate enough to have a job that requires them to work. But usually they get to make up for it in some other way. But I ended up going over to my parents. They grilled out. They had burgers, and they were really good. They were ground chuck burgers with a little bit of like cheese on them, very nice seasonings. They came out perfectly cooked. My dad did a great job, and they were so good. I haven't had a good burger in a hot minute because I've been ordering, you know, just a lot of like fast food and stuff. And I had prior like planted the seed basically to make my mom think, hey, I need to make onion rings, because my mom makes some great onion rings and she hadn't made them in a long time. So like I got her to actually make the onion rings again finally for this, and it was so good. Oh my god. When my mom makes onion rings, they're like they're battered still, but they're not like overly thick battered. They're a very like light batter. And it's just so light and crispy. It's like you can just put away like 30 of these things, and they're amazing. So like I had basically the onion rings, the burger. We had corn on the cob, and then my mom had like basically homemade chocolate chip ice cream, which she tried it with this new, like, I think it's like called a Ninja or something, some like device that they have that allows them to make like mix in drinks and ice cream and stuff like that. And they did it, and my mom used almond milk, and it still was tasty, it still was good, but it like, I guess she didn't get the mixture right because she didn't use whole milk. And so it came out a little bit like icy instead of like, you know, the normal creamy consistency of ice cream. Like I said, it still tasted good, but it tasted more like you were eating those like Dippin' Dots ice creams, not like you were actually eating like full blown ice cream. So yeah, it was really good, and I absolutely ate way too much. Last night we just chilled out in VIP and we were watching Blue Mountain State, which is just freaking hilarious. They updated map drops for this rerun. This is the 90++ node, so this is not the 90+. So the 90++ is brand spanking new. And from what I've been told by people, it drops more gold chests than anything else. But looking at this shot on screen, I'm pressing X to doubt right now. Because I got literally none, so I'll have to go look and see. How's vacation going? I just got back from vacation. It's going pretty good. I'm getting a lot of sleep, which is nice. I'm not being as productive as I want to be, but like at the same time, I think I've convinced myself that I shouldn't be pressuring myself on my vacation to do like all these other things. And that like I need to just enjoy the time off a little bit. Let me see here. Yeah, I don't know about that whole gold chest thing, guys. Because, like, the gold chests are the ones that I care about. So I might go back to the 90+ if that's the case. But it be what it be. You don't really need a lot of Trom daggers, though. Yeah, I mean, once the initial 6.5 stuff comes out, like, it's not a huge deal. Because you can see, like, most of these are materials that I have in pretty good quantities. I don't appreciably need them that hard. The bronze ones are okay, though, but it's like the silver ones as well. Like, most of that is all stuff that I just have in spades. Like, we have... Oh, okay. We have the shells, which are probably the best thing. The silver mats are literally in a lotto that occurred prior to this. So to me, the big thing I need is I actually need the dragon reverse scales out of this. That's huge because I only have like 50 of those right now, and that's with me already doing all the stuff from this event to get them. So definitely not getting anything done while on vacation. Yeah. No, I mean, like, it's just one of those deals where I always feel like vacation's a good time where I finally have off and I can finally work on a bunch of stuff. And I actually did do quite a bit in the first week there, but like about halfway through the first week I started slacking, and I've still been slacking, and like part of me is going like, hey, you should be doing something. Then the other part of me is going like, no, fuck that shit. Just be lazy. So I've got to sit there and I've got to like decide which I should listen to, which voice. A diabetic walks in with the streamer talking about onion rings. Yeah, I'm sorry. It just like, it's one of those deals where I haven't had my mother's onion rings in a long time, and they're really, really good. What did you think of Wua? Well, I literally just talked about it. Just happy I was able to use Summer Canis during the Grailfront because of the waterside battlefield. Is it? Yeah, I guess it is in this one because it's all the BB stuff. We're actually at 90 out of 144, so I'm going to go ahead and dive right into the Grailfront because I basically spent down a little bit more than I meant to earlier today. So it's like now we're kind of good and I don't have any pressure to spend the rest of my AP down. And you guys can see I've done most of the Grailfronts already, but I still have a couple that we got to do. So we're going to spend some time on this tonight. Which intrusive thoughts am I going to follow? All of them. Nemo was MVP in my Grailfronts. Yeah. I mean, it's for all these, chat, it really just boils down to formulating a strategy and executing it properly. And I know there's a ton of people that don't like to do that. So, like, if you're someone that doesn't have a particularly strategic mind, it's okay. I completely understand why you would think the way that you do. And I understand that these sorts of things are not the easiest for you. Here's what I'm going to tell you. Usually the best case scenario for what you want to do is, one, you usually want to take your most powerful units. Okay, power usually reigns supreme. That is to say, if you've gotten grails on people, if you've gotten gold foes on people, that's usually going to win out. Number two is basically take people that are very survivable. So we're talking people that have very spammy survival cooldowns. So things like guts, evasion, invincibility, any of that. If you can sit there and you can just keep doing it, because the cooldowns in a Grailfront usually go faster, you can keep getting back to them and you're covered quite a bit. So that's usually one of your easy ways out. So for instance, taking someone like Ku Lancer, who has multiple survival cooldowns and literally has like 3 times dodge, you're going to get back to that 3 times dodge. It might not be fast enough for him to not take a hit, but just, watch out and don't send him up against the Saber or something like that. And you'll probably be A-okay. So, and one of the things I like to do is I like to freeze my capture card there for a second. Basically, I like to survey the landscape here and make note of, like, where are my chests? Like right off the bat, okay? So for instance, there's one here, there's one here, there's one back here. This one's going to be a little bit of a problem, as you can see, because these are not danger enemies. So I'm going to probably have to like bait them out a little bit and then come in and swipe it behind them, or just kick their ass. And that may depend. There's one back here. There's one here, here, and then here. So the reality here is just going to be, you have to make sure that you can acquire all chests before the enemy suicides everything onto you. Usually, the easiest way to do this is try to stay the hell away from this. Because usually the enemy master will have what you can almost call a guard dog. The guard dog's going to sit in this area. So don't go into this area. Not until you're ready to. And at that point, that may make it where this is the last chest you want to actually acquire. Because the second you come into like this area, the guard dog's going to start running at you. So you need to like basically be out of range and within like, a couple like inches away where you can just immediately kind of move in and grab it. And in that regard, something like taking a rider can be really good for you, because riders now, as of this Grailfront on forward, can literally move basically in extra time. Same thing with assassins. Assassins can attack in extra time that other units can't. So the major change with this Grailfront was that everybody got their own movement systems. Everybody basically has their own action economy to work with. And that actually works better for you. You literally get more moves, but then so does the AI, so it makes for a more dynamic Grailfront. And that is probably where I think you see a lot of people complaining. So the next thing I'm going to look at is, what are my classes? So I have an alter ego, I have an archer, I have a lancer and an assassin, I have a rider and a berserker, I have another lancer and a saber. So functionally, we have just about everything covered here except caster, I believe, and then we even have a singular extra class. But in that regard, that means taking a rider to this node, really not helpful. We don't have that as a choice, so it doesn't really matter. You can see our options here are basically lancer. Oh, sorry, the saber is ours, so we're A-okay. Yeah, thank you, chat. I literally saw that right at the last second as I was looking down. But so you got to start thinking about what can you take that's going to counter, or again, what are some of your best units? So for someone like me, literally, I know I have strong units, especially with regards to the saber faces. So I'm going to try to make use of basically the saber faces to kind of just curb stomp a lot of this stuff. So a saber would certainly be welcome here in this regard, as it's going to allow me to beat the ever-loving piss out of basically out of Bryn. Now, I will occasionally take an AoE unit. In theory, you shouldn't. In theory, a Grailfront, you should be taking all single target units. But the reality is, if you have really strong units that you're confident in, take an AoE. Try to group them up and try to just wipe multiple units out with a single NP. It works. It's great. I highly recommend it. And you will be able to do great work with it. Just make sure that you have someone that is survivable. So that's where, again, me taking my level 120 Saber in here is going to be really beefy. It's not that she can't be killed or taken down. It's just going to be that it takes units a lot longer to do so. And what I'm probably going to do is I'm probably going to just like dip in here real quick and then dip back out and send her down and send her right here. And then at that point, I'm probably going to run her down the bottom and bring her up to right here if possible, and basically have her take out the two of them. Now, you do need to be careful, just like in a normal battle, of anyone that has charge. You do need to kind of keep track of that to make sure if the enemy has full charge, don't just run into them. Try to bait them backwards so that they can't hit you, but they're chasing you. Then you attack offensively and you keep repelling them. Usually that'll work in your favor, but it definitely depends on the situation that you're in. Now, I am going to say for something like a archer here, for instance, I have that as a choosable choice. There's no benefit to bringing an archer. There is no enemy saber, despite what I originally said, because again, that saber's on our team. So at that point, there's really no reason to actually take it, to actually do it. At that point, I'm going to say, okay, well, then it doesn't really matter. And instead, I should be focusing more on things like Lancer. And again, maybe even, the Berserker. The Berserker is probably going to be our better option, as we have a catch-all in that regard. Now, I could do something like Morgan Le Fay. She'll certainly be strong, as she will actually have a guts. So that will help us. And she also has self-charge, party charge, basically defense down for the enemies and everything else there. And in fact, I think what we're going to do is I think we're going to remove Castoria from this slot. We're actually going to move her down here. And we're going to try to sort of overload the bottom down here. And then I'm probably going to swap... if I can. Do I actually have the space? I do, just barely enough. So this is sort of going to be our comp. I'm not going to take a second caster. I'm not going to take a second archer. And usually taking more units is better than taking craft essences. But don't overestimate the value of a good craft essence, particularly something like Honey Lake can be really, really strong in these. Also, keep in mind, your best Mystic codes are usually going to be things like your original Mystic code, because it's got low cooldown, so you'll get them back. Or even, again, something like Atlas for these sorts of situations. I'm going to keep running Plug Suit because I know I can get away with it. But if you're someone that's struggling with the Grailfront, just go ahead and, try to sell out to beat it. Who'd say is the progenitor of open world games? I think open world games as a whole have been around as a concept for a long period in time, and I think they've been evolving for a long period in time. And I think as technology's gone on, you've started to get a bunch of different possibilities in terms of what an open world can be. And I think there are certain things that people like more than others. One thing I think that kind of holds true is the open world has to have life to it. There has to be enough going on in it that you feel like there's something to do. And two is it needs to not feel repetitive. It needs to feel unique and custom tailored. And I do think that's a problem that a lot of games run into. Even Elden Ring. I'm going to go ahead and say that. There are times where even Elden Ring side content feels repetitive. Thankfully, each of Elden Ring's open world areas is unique, and there's tons of enemies to fight. So in that regard, that's why it doesn't feel as bad to most people. And it's only really when you're trying to 100% Elden Ring that you actually can feel that repetition there. Cal, thank you for the 3 months. Appreciate it. But who's the progenitor? I have no idea. I'd have to really go back and look and try to think back on who has the original. So I need to be a little bit careful here. I think Napoleon's going to try to move forward, and we can try to test that. But ultimately, at the end of the day, we're going to grab that. And this is probably a temporary buff. I don't know if we can see it. There a way to hold? Yeah, there you go. So okay, so you can see I'm only going to have the Buster up for one turn, but that could be really, really useful. And now we're going to definitely pull back because there's nowhere else to go down that. So she's locked in for this turn. And then I don't need my Lancer down here. If anything, I need my Lancer up where Napoleon is. So I'm basically just going to start shoveling her that way. And then we're going to sit here and we're going to kind of do this. Because there's nothing else I can do. I can't move that. So we're kind of stuck for this current turn. Now, like I said, I could move Morgan forward. This is sort of a trap, though, to do that. I think he'll come down. If he doesn't, then we'll move forward on our turn. We're just going to go ahead and end here. And you guys can see, you can play either balls to the wall aggressive if you have superb confidence, or you can just try to bait the enemy into more advantageous positions. And there you go. So you can see that the enemy is just kind of like moving on, doing their own things. So this is going to change my strategy some. And as you can see, they came forward. So this is excellent. Okay, so we've got Castoria here. And we're at this point just going to go on in and start battling the danger enemy. You don't want the danger enemy to ever be the last enemy you kill. And the reason why is because you will not get the chest behind the danger enemy if you do that. So be very, very cautious with that sort of thing. What am I dealing with here? It's an NP3. Do I have rank 10 skills? No, but at least they're upgraded. So that is at least the good thing that I have going for me in this regard. If it's not rank 10, then I'm not going to get 30% charge here. This will necessitate the use of my 30% charge. It's just better to do this, actually. I'm not going to get as much MP gain, but it should work out for the better. And we're just going to do it like that. So she should easily handle this first bar, especially because I believe Bryn is sky traded, so I should get even more damage out of this. And we should have, well, I'm probably not going to get any of the cards after the fact, so that's going to be a problem. But it'd be what it be. I do wish that they were treated like break bars and that you actually could card afterwards, but honestly, there's already so much in a Grailfront that's stacked in the player's favor. I'm not going to blame them for not doing more. We're going to go ahead and we're going to attack again. I don't have to. I could just wait it out, but there's kind of no reason not to. So we're going to go ahead and give the turn here. I could try to go for the Brave Chain, but it's not going to be enough to pop, and I'm going to need an NP anyways, so may as well go for that NP as we try to charge Castoria some as well. Maybe with a very, very lucky arts crit, but I don't see it. Okay, so there you go. Now we get one more turn. And we are going to go ahead and pop Castoria's NP here. And the reason being is just because this is going to get Solemn Defense on, and it should still kind of stick around for at least the attacks on the next turn. Yeah, I mean, even still, even if you leave the danger enemy as the last enemy, if it's the last enemy and you kill them, you're toast, right? Like, you wouldn't have that extra turn to go get it. I do wish that the Grailfronts allowed you, like, hey, would you like to end? No, and then you could go around and collect the stuff and then manually end it. But I kind of understand. Kind of understand that they don't want you to. It's just they get really dickish with how they position some of the stuff here. So there you go. So she's already on her last break bar. Now let's contend with all of this. So naturally, we're having a little bit of an issue here. Essentially, I don't like that I can only move the master once here. I've got a little bit of a logjam going on, so let's deal with the one that we can right away. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and pop that. Going to go ahead and pop that. And because Napoleon has the superb ability to just Yeetus Deletus if he actually does get any attacks on his turn, we are going to sit here and just abuse him. Unfortunately, we don't have Mighty Chains in the game yet. Mighty Chains would actually really help out in things like Grailfronts for stuff like this. And there you go. She's going to get full charge. Unfortunately, I didn't land that nice crit. It would have gotten me a little bit more overkill, a little bit more stars generated, but it is what it is. Yeah. No, chat, I don't think you understand what I'm saying. I completely understand that the danger enemy doesn't count. Here's my logic. If this did count, regardless, if you killed it and it was the last enemy standing, you would not be able to get this. The map would literally end right then, the second you killed it. So it doesn't make sense to leave it to last anyways. You would literally be kind of committing a sin at that point, because you would have left it for last and then gone, oh crap, I can't get the item behind them anyways. So unless they were actually sitting on the item, there would be no way to get it. That's why you just, in general, you'd never leave it for last. Okay. So I can't attack again with Morgan. That is unfortunate. I could sacrifice the master here to get better positioning, but I don't think that's worth. Okay, so we're going to do that, and we're going to do that. And now Napoleon's between a rock and a hard place, because he's got to attack into me. Unfortunately, I still can't get Artoria out here, so this was a trap. I should have just ignored the Buster Up. Thankfully, in combat, buffs like this don't go away. Not until I actually spend the turn in combat. So cooldowns keep cooling down out of combat, but buff durations usually stay. I was actually surprised the King Protea can move. Yeah, that's a different danger enemy than normal. And they did that on purpose, I think, to catch people off guard. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and buff that. And I actually have the Lartoria Brave Chain, so we're just going to go ahead and abuse, as it's going to be free charge, and I'll save Morgan's NP for later. So there you go. Napoleon dies, even though he has a shit ton of crit up. He does functionally nothing. Interestingly enough, he could have done good things if he actually attacked Morgan there, but he didn't. He was an idiot. So now Napoleon's dead, and that entire top line is free. And that is exactly what I expected the AI to do, like a bunch of troglodytes. They're just piling right down the middle. So, like I said, the big key to this one is don't aggro her. If you do, you're screwed. Okay, so we're going to go right on in. We've got 2 turns left. So we have some time, but we're probably not going to get to another NP. I'm going to go ahead and heal Castoria, because out of everybody, she's going to be the one that actually needs healing. We're going to go ahead and take the... You know what? No, we're just going to go ahead and go straight for raw damage, because we're not going to get to an NP in time. And Bryn is going to be able to hit back here, so we're going to have to hope for a decent chain out of Nero Bride here on this next turn. Which we should get. And we do. Gonna go ahead and charge Bride, even though I probably should have saved that for Castoria. Unfortunately, everything else is down, so we're gonna go ahead and take the attack up here and hope that it kills. Very good damage. And she gets the extremely lucky crit there, but it didn't matter. We didn't need it. We overkilled by about 50k there. That, again, that Mystic Code attack up was just to kind of secure it, just to make sure. We're going to go ahead and snipe that with Castoria, as Castoria will be out of moves. And that's the gold chest especially is usually the one you kind of need to get. There we go. I probably, if I had done that the other way, if I'd attacked with Bride could have gone up, but I'm probably going to loop Castoria back around, which is why I sort of did it this way. There you go. We're gonna basically just pump all of that right in there. And we are going to attack into him because taking the advantage of functionally offense here into consideration, it's going to be best to repel both of them just right out of the gate. We're going to essentially try to repel Columbus, which we should because he should be man traded. Cat, I have no idea what Cat is. Cat's probably Earth. And so I'm not sure we're going to do good damage, especially with that defense up. And there you go. So choosing to do the Brave Chain against Cat is the right call here, but we are still going to repel her. And now essentially both of them on their turn are going to risk attacking into me when I have Lartoria's NP ready. So, and I'm going to have 3 servants. It's not going to be the smartest idea for them to do that. So essentially, I will only be fighting him though. So it is what it is. If I get a Brave Chain with Morgan, I may just take it, but it is an interesting thing nonetheless. So I could move Lartoria out of here and start progressing her on. I really just don't see the advantage to doing so. Although, well, actually, if I do move her out, I don't have the NP, but I would be sort of restricting the cards to just 2 units, and that may be the better choice. We'll go ahead, we'll run up here, we'll grab this, and we'll probably just come back. And best case scenario, I maybe distract one of them from coming around this way. Cat is also on a defense tile, yeah. I mean, it doesn't matter, though. Like, I kind of already knew that was going to be the case. So we let the AI attack, and again... Oh, he's actually going to get Morgan. That's not good. So, essentially, I lost the guts right there. That should have been on, but because it had finally been 3 turns, she ended up losing it. The good news is I do have the Buster buff here from the tile. So at this point, I think I just abuse it. And actually, I think we abuse that, because if that Buster card crits, and it doesn't, but we still get just so much damage out of this that it was worth all the refund. 98%, no. Ah! Well, there you go. So Morgan's in a little bit of a spicier spot, but now Cat's going to try to attack, but Cat's not on a defensive node. So Cat's going to end up, yeah, basically getting fucked. And you can see Morgan already, normally this is a 7-turn cooldown with it Lord. It's already on 3 turns, so she's already getting quite a bit of work here. I can't do anything with order change, but I should be able to now at this point just functionally card this one out. And it should work. Because again, she's not on a defensive node. I just actually, well, this probably doesn't work because I actually don't have a whole lot of damage going on here. But shouldn't be too hard. Just means I attack into her on the next turn. And it actually somewhat stops the AI from doing much of anything. Okay, so nobody went after Lartoria. This is certainly an issue because we have these 2 right here, and really what we need is this one. So I do need to punch through the heart of them, but it's not going to be too difficult to do. This is a distraction that just doesn't matter right here, so just don't even bother with it. We're going to move the master even deeper in. It just doesn't matter. It's just for protective purposes. Basically, nobody took the Lartoria bait. Parvati's gonna need the defense down. And this may not be the smartest. I may lose my my Morgan over this. But it should still be enough. It's Zerker against Zerker. Yeah, what I should have probably done is I should have probably, like, I mismanaged her here a little bit. But I should have probably just instead chosen the Arturia cards on that turn, because they did have all the crit stars too. And it just would have done flat out more damage than even all of that plus the extra. Assuming I got even one crit. Okay. We're going to do that, and that's going to put her in the line of fire a little bit, but it should be good. Okay, we're going to move Lartoria right there. She's going to be some kind of bait at this point. Gonna let the enemy attack in. I don't care that it's on a defensive square. It's not gonna matter. Not assuming I get Arturia cards. Okay, so she actually gets the guts back. That's good. You can go ahead and pop the NP gain up. I do get Arturia cards. We are gonna mix in one Morgan Le Fay. And there you go. That was mostly just to get Morgan her charge. So defensive square didn't really matter. Parvati's toast. That is going to cause Assassin Man to cometh. And he do. And there you go. Fuma doobie doing Fuma things. Interestingly enough, I think this one may be yet another good time to just go ahead and go with the chain here. I probably shouldn't. I probably should NP, but I think she's got a decent chance. 15k, can she? She does. It was 15k with defense. If it was 15k without defense, I had no qualms about her making that. But with that defense up square, I don't know exactly how much it's giving, so it's a little bit more precarious at that point. Okay, so you can see basically Passion Lip has positioned herself well there. She didn't take the bait. We went ahead, we moved Bride forward. There are only 3 more chests to claim, and they are all right here. If she were anywhere other than right here, I would have no problems just kind of swooping in. We're just going to go ahead and attack right in. And we're just going to buster him to death because there's really no reason not to. Things like Dragon Core are just really strong for this sort of content because you don't have to use it on the NP. The NP, if you have a robust one, will kill usually anyways. So you just go ahead and pop Dragon Core and use it to get yourself all buster cards. Okay, now Arturia is well positioned there. I think we pull Arturia back because we don't want the AI to like think that we're threatening, but we do want her in range to kind of be able to swoop it up in 1 or 2 turns. We're also going to move Morgan forward a little bit. Castoria ends up only really helping out with the danger enemy. Wait, who else can move? Okay, Lartoria. So, boom, nice and easy. Hopefully, Lip does not come out. What the hell is that? I have no idea. Trying to draw you in. What a move. Yeah, I think we go with that. I think we go with that. And I instead offer up the bait. Okay. So now we threaten, and basically the only thing is I don't want her to move right there. If she does, she does, but I doubt she does. Because we're not close enough to actually attack this turn. So there's no point in even bothering to move the others. Okay, she doesn't. So that's basically GG. As we just go ahead, we grab that. Seeds. Morgan's probably going to die for my sins, but I now have all the stuff. And she will be attacking into a triple enemy wave, which is not going to work out well for her. It's a tarp! Yes. Like I said, the Grailfronts to me are not really that bad. It doesn't mean that I don't misplay and occasionally get a unit killed, but that's usually the best that the AI can manage against me. Particularly if they give me an extra class. If they give me an extra class, I pretty much just win. Okay, so she actually is pretty robust in terms of her HP values here. Is BB chaotic? Sorry, not BB, Passion Lip. Passion Lip is lawful balance. No, she's not chaotic or evil. So Lartoria is not going to do a whole lot here. It's probably at this point better to maybe go with Bride, but I don't give a shit. We're doing it anyways, chat. I'm going to go ahead and do something like that. And I actually do have the Lartoria cards. Let's go ahead and give her the Bride buff. And let's let her go to town. Let's show off the power of 120 NP5 gold Fode waifu. And it do kill. even without the damage bonuses, it do kill. There goes the first one on her own turn, no less. Morgan is gone, which is unfortunate, and now she gets to split me, but that's not going to do much good for her on the follow-up turn. As now she attacks Bride. Almost. Impressive. We're going to go ahead and heal her. And basically, there's no reason not to just take the Arts Chain here. Because I should be able to get back to yet another NP. Last Super Echo is done. Praise be my friend's Jalt. Yeah, you guys know my stance on the Jalters sorry, not the Jalters, the Super Echoes. I don't really much care to do them on my NA account, mostly because I did them on my JP. I know how long they take. My JP is the worst account, so there's really nothing to be gained from doing it on my NA account other than the actual... Oh, she's actually going back in. Oh, so Alter Ego must have the same trait as basically Assassins at that point. So she actually will end up busting her bar here. And interestingly enough, I did not anticipate that. So that was absolutely a fuck up on my part. Morgan was a misplay. That was just me not knowing the rules regarding the alter egos and these things. So now that I know that, I don't have to worry about it. Okay, so you can see we do actually end up having... Oh my god. Non-grailed skills come in, or sorry, not non-grailed, non-lord skills come in again to bite me in the ass, but it won't really matter here, as we are just going to go ahead instead and do that, and we do end up having that back in time. So I think this is probably the proper play. It's enemy lip specifically. Okay. And that's fine. They tell you in the tips, melt and lip are special. Yeah. And I didn't read them. And I still beat the shit out of this. Like I said, you don't have to do this with 120s either. Like, most of my units are not in danger of death. Most of them pretty much repelled these just fine. And if anything, this is the one that, like, I gotta be honest, chat, I'm not really trying for this one. It's basically the last two that you guys will see me actually try. Because the last two are as far as I'm concerned, some of the harder Grailfronts. And are they hard enough that you can't win? No, they're harder than all the other Grailfronts you've done prior to this point. And that's what I was trying to tell you guys. Like, I did see a lot of people complaining about these Grailfronts and being like, what the fuck? And I completely understand why. They're annoying. Yeah, this is the set of Grailfronts that I complained about. I literally said, I was like, I did not find any of them to really be hard. They were just time consuming. Okay, so Melt has reduced cost to move and attacks, and will quickly try to close the distance between you and her. Actions 50, move minus 15, attack 20. So okay, so she just gets the best of both worlds. She literally has a reduced attack cost and a reduced move cost. Which actually means, yeah, she could in theory move 3 times in a turn. Well, yeah, it doesn't really matter. She can move twice and attack once is the real issue. Okay, let's see if I remember this one. Is this the Martha one? Is this the Martha kiting one? I feel like, yeah, this is the Martha kiting one. Right here. So the only way into this area is through this path, right? And basically these two are puppy guarding, as Trubs would put it, this entire thing. You even have the master back here. So you realistically either need to kite one of them around or pull them out and kite them. So a rider is actually going to be your best friend here, because you're literally going to need to outrun the rider, probably. Now, did we have any allies on this map? Did the game see fit to give us? Yes, it did. It gave us a Mikon. Okay, which there's at least 2 archers, so that's not a bad draw. We do have a Saber, so we'll have to watch out for Fergus in that regard. We have a Lancer, so we pretty much have all the knight classes covered in a round robin. We also have Rider and Caster with an alter ego, so we don't necessarily have a whole lot going for us. The danger enemy is tucked all the way in the corner up here, so you got to be at least a little bit careful with that. Our choices are Saber, Caster, Archer, Assassin, and Rider and Berserker here. So nothing too weird. It's mostly that you are spread out and you have a lot you need to be doing. So let's go ahead and plop in a Rider. A Saber is somewhat of a trap here, as you can see, like, oh, hey, I could do a Saber with Vlad, and there's literally 2 archers, one of which will come after you. Granted, at the same time, not the world's worst idea. I think the bigger trap is going to be if you put an assassin here, it's going to literally get gangbanged by Melt and essentially probably the archer here. So this is somewhat annoying, to say the least, but if you can manage to get away with it, go for it. If you can't, don't worry about it. Okay, so I am going to sort of rely on Castoria yet again. Thankfully, we actually have a shit ton of party cost. I gotta be honest, my biggest issue with a lot of the Grailfronts is that the party cost is extremely arbitrary most of the time. I actually think 94 is still a perfectly legitimate party cost, and the biggest issue that they run into is when they give you only 60, you just don't have a lot of options to even take a craft essence. So it's kind of dumb when they do stuff like that. Okay, so ooh, Miss Tutu. Hello, everybody. Oh, no. Don't go back to the prior screen. There we go. Hello, everybody from Tutu Stream. How's it going? How was your stream? We're going to go ahead and we're going to throw our Toria in anyways because I can. I guess at this point we can probably just put everyone we want in here and it should work out. Again, you could take units like Herc, you can take units basically that are just somewhat survivable and can kind of stand in the face of a lot of things, and you should be fine. Taking a look at this though, I think the bigger issue is going to be someone like Melt. Melt does have dodge. Invuln Pierce might not be the worst idea in the world. But the reality is I don't really have anyone at this point in time that would be actually good at defeating Melt. So this may be a take an assassin and laugh. There's not enough room for that. So instead, we're going to probably end up doing something like, you know what? I'm actually not going to do the Saberface. Kama would be a great pick here because Kama is an assassin that will straight up counter Melt at that point. So that is probably the better play. And then in that regard, I will go ahead and I will step down and I will end up doing something like this. There you go. We'll take Kuro. She'll at least have the 50% charge and still have a Heart Evasion in her kit. So all that should work out to my benefit. Just beat BB in the Grailfront. Nice. Yeah, I'm actually catching up because I didn't do it really because I didn't get to stream Friday or really yesterday at all. So this is me kind of just now getting into it. But I'm explaining to chat kind of how I approach these things because I did all these on JP. They were not really difficult for me. I did complain that they were time consuming because especially the latter Grailfronts, it's just turn after turn of you just kind of sitting there waiting for the enemies to kind of run into you while you kind of try to scurry your units around behind the scenes. So Kama is simply nuts in Grailfront. Yeah, I mean, again, you have an assassin that has 50% charge, has unexpiring guts, and quite literally is anti-alter ego. It's going to be great for this sort of thing. Now, did I have to take Kama? No, I could have gotten away with something else potentially, but Kama is a very, very, very smart choice for something like that. So the ideal sort of solution here is going to be that I probably need to make quick work of things. We're going to go ahead and already get her on the move. Grab one of the chests right there. I'm going to grab that. BB's probably going to attack into me, and I'm just going to have to deal with it. But honestly, to that extent, sorry, I say BB, it's Melt. But to that extent, it's like, I don't really care if she does. She shouldn't be strong enough to repel me immediately. So I should be able to get away with some stuff here. We're going to go ahead and put our... Oh, God. I moved her down because I couldn't see this line. I didn't think I was able to move up there. So that was inefficient of me, and I could have used it to go ahead and snipe this, but still perfectly okay. I think in the interim, it's probably better to bring this forward right away, and we'll kind of just sort of create a conga line to get out of there. Because that is sort of the issue with that, is that because a lot of your units can only move 2 spaces, you're just sort of stuck as you have to queue everyone up in order to get out of there. Okay, so that's going to be all I can do on this turn. Musashi runs over all the alter egos. Yeah, you definitely do solid work like that. Okay, so Fergus is going to try his hand. Fergus is going to die his hand. No, I'm not going to use this on Arturia. Arturia shouldn't need it. Not long term, at least. We're just going to go ahead. We're going to Brave Chain his ass. It should be enough with my 120 here. I actually didn't get the second crit, but she does manage to still repel. I wasn't necessarily assuming I was going to get the first one, but I was assuming I was going to get the second one, and that was dangerous of me. And so either way, he gets repelled right there. I don't think Vlad will, apparently, because Vlad's an idiot. There you go. I did expect this one, but I did steal her quick buff, and now I can sort of walk backwards. Oh, that was spicy close. And 48%. Wow. May as well heal as much as we can. It definitely is a bit of an issue, though. Melt shouldn't be able to attack again this turn, thank God. We're going to go ahead and we're going to heal, because that's going to kind of get her out of that danger zone, but it still will be a danger zone if Melt gets a hit back. So we're actually going to take both the quick cards here, because I'm not going to need an P charge, and essentially this is just about generating stars for the next turn. Basically, I have 2 turns, two robust attacks that I need to very much kill Melt in, and if not, I am in big, big trouble. So I'll probably try to card Melt out on this next one. And then we're going to use the NP on the follow-up. That could be a problem for Kama. It shouldn't be. We should be okay. Should be. Well, okay, we did get a Lucky Arts crit, and this should do it. There you go. So she's carded out now, and we're going to follow up, and basically my Kama's going to dunk on her now this turn. MC buff the cards? Now we're good. I figured she had it even with the extra attack. Now this could be a little bit more spicy, but we're basically just going to do that. If you manage to have things like Mystic Codes on, you can make this sort of thing even more reliable, but it really shouldn't matter. Again, there's a lot of stuff going my way, and the fact that Melt did not... Melt put me in the danger zone really fast, but Melt didn't take any of her skills into account, so she didn't dodge. And because she didn't dodge, it allowed me to kill her really fast. So it just worked out for the better. So there you go. Melt is off the board already. There's your problem child gone. Now, the real problem is this very, very likely triggers one of these two to come after me, and it's probably going to be her. So I am going to have to run a little bit, but the good news is you can already see Tristan moving this way as he detects a Saber to kind of come get, but really shouldn't matter. I cannot tell if these two are connected. And I don't believe they are. I believe those are split branch groups. They are? Okay. Either way, let's attack into him just to be sure. And they are. Sweet. The real problem is I don't have the charge. So I could leave Vlad alone, but then I wouldn't necessarily be able to follow up on Vlad. So I think the ideal set of circumstances here is probably like that. And then she should kill Vlad. That should trigger an attack on their turn. Well, they're probably going to repel. God, this one's giving me hard choices already to begin with. No point in moving the master, just leave the master back there. Morgan is very unlikely to get involved in anything just because she's so far out in the boonies. Fighting a Twitter war? Oh god, hello gurus, how's it going? Man, how do I wanna do this? I don't have enough to attack. I can leave it. I think I leave it, and then I probably get double attacked. And then I should be able to NP back on the second attack. Yeah, I figured that was coming. So they're going to repel. And then basically we end up getting revenge here. Idiots. Good job. You utter fools. You've activated my trap card. You dared break the bar of my waifu. Now you are going to die. Yep. Like I said, it was just a bad one, and I even said it before. It's like putting a saber there is kind of a trap, because you just know they're going to get immediately dogpiled. And the archer did in fact come this way like I expected. And it's going to try, it's going to move even closer, it's going to hope upon hope that it can do what it wants to do. We're going to go ahead, we're going to pull Kama back. We're going to end up leaving Ryder right there. I'm going to put her right there. So again, there's this strong temptation of like, ooh, just grab it. But then I would lose Saber if I did that. So instead, we're going to go like that. Then like that. And then like that. And while this does create a chain, you can only chain once. So it's just going to be Castoria with Kuro, which is a recipe for disaster for him. If he attacks into it. And he will. I do have to be cognizant of this out here. I'm going to probably need to snipe that with my Rider. And what happened to Song Request? Song Request is empty, by the way, chat. So feel free to Song Request stuff. Okay. Quite literally no reason not to. Gonna go ahead and take that. I actually should have pre-carded with Castoria there. It would have gotten me the NP. Basically, Tristan comes in, attacks on his turn like an idiot, and we're gonna be fine. Kuro only refunds 20% because despite popular belief, Kuro does not refund well, and most of the time when people loop with Kuro, they do it by virtue of her brute force charge, or her arts crits after the fact. Okay, we're gonna let Castoria just kind of sit here on the edge. You know, no. It's not necessarily going to be the best, but we're going to bring her into the battle. Unfortunately, he probably learns to dodge on this one. Hopefully I get a very lucky Kuro crit, but I did not. Let's say the Kuro Arts crit would have probably refunded her, but he hits her again, and he did. Congrats! You played yourself! You know what? In fact, give me the NP as well. Good job, Tristan. He didn't dodge. He didn't. Sometimes the AI gets greedy. Like, basically, the AI has done that. There's been several times where the AI could have played a more defensive strategy, and it would have been worse for me. But in a weird way, because the AI was super aggressive, it did more damage to me. So it looks like it was worse for me, but it actually was worse for the AI in the long run. Because it made it easy on me to just follow up and punish every single time. Health wasn't below 50. Yeah, and that's usually the idea at play there. There we go. So now we have that chest. Now remember, you don't want to kill everything. We're going to go ahead and move Arturia up there. We're kind of deadlocked at this current moment in time. We're going to go ahead and have Kama grab that. Now we have 3 of the chests. Here comes 4. You can see this is the turn where we've functionally cleared everybody out, and now we actually have the green light to go ahead and go on offense. We still need the chest up here. We still need the chest over here. And we still need the chest back here. And this one is the hardest one to get by far. So this Grailfront might take a while. Okay. Everybody's basically moved the full extent of what they can move other than my rider. And I'm very purposely, very purposely not doing certain things. Okay, so we're going to move her there. So she's still like 2 away. We're going to leave Kama in the area to kind of threaten. I don't want the AI to come out to me. And I want them to see that I want them to see moving here to cut me off as a disadvantageous state. So if they move into this, you can do that. You are going to get gangbanged, AI. And I want them to realize that that's what's going on. Okay, now we are going to make way for basically Mama Lancer. As we're going to try to let her just kind of move on ahead. We're going to also move Morgan in position there. Probably should have gone with a single target, but it'd be what it be. She's going for it. Rider into Assassin. I'm not even trying to kill here. In a weird way, if Nursery Rhyme is the one back there, it's actually better. Because Nursery Rhyme cannot move as far, so kiting her is functionally easier. Okay, so Rhyme's the one that stays back this time. I don't want to move in here, or else Nursery Rhyme literally will attack. So we're going to hold that defensive position. And the hope is going to be that the Master moves down here and Rhyme moves over here. And then on the follow-up turn, I'm going to blitz for this. But the real problem is going to be that I cannot kill Nursery Rhyme before I make do with that. Okay. The other problem we're going to have here is a 3-turn cooldown on NPs. We're going to go ahead and let Morgan try to soften her up. Do what she can. We're just going to play the crits. Hope for something lucky. Get nothing lucky. Get no crits. Sometimes the game taketh away. Okay, so at least we got Morgan's NP. She does still have the evasion stack from the prior. So she can now follow up with an NP of her own. And what we're going to try to do is we're going to try to stagger NPs here and just kind of try to brute force her down. So the worst case scenario here is Book tries to join the fray. If you need to, use comma to bait rhyme. Yeah, that's what I'll have to do. I think that just kills. I don't think I have to do anything here. Because we know, yeah, okay, it's triple crit, so... That's without even the extra attack, which did about, I think it's about 15, 20k right there. Okay, that's a problem. So, yes, here's what we're going to do. We're going to try to send my rider into a corner. This can be a little bit of a problem. I actually moved too far. Well, I probably didn't, but let's see. I don't know if you'll kill the danger in the meantime. That is the thing I'm worrying about. AI took me a little bit too long up top. That probably kills, unfortunately. Although, well, no, she should be Sky Trait, not man. So this might allow me the opportunity to card after the NP. Might. Oh, it's just barely. Let's go. They'll sort of camp the corridor. Yep. I'm sort of betting on the fact that she probably won't go after my rider, and that may be a bad bet. I just want to go ahead and say that. That may be absolutely untenable. Okay. So this is literally just throwing units at the danger enemy to try and kill. Like, I am under no reservations that I actually, like, do. Is this upgraded? It is. Interesting. I'm gonna probably save that, though, because it's one turn of everything, pretty much. And I need to be somewhat careful with this. Yeah, then that's the increase of charge. Probably be better to actually go with the Brave Chain for Tamamo, but at this point I just need charge more than anything. And she is not known for her hit counts. So there we go. We actually did get it. Just barely. So we're gonna go for it. Remember, Orion is man. Or male, sorry. So, like, this actually is to my benefit. They did give you the right unit to counter her. Unfortunately, we get no cards. So there we go. Hopefully Castoria's stuff is back, because I'm gonna need it. And this is the moment of truth. Yes! Yes! You know what? I'm gonna be safe. I'm gonna be safe. Okay. Oh right, yeah, it don't matter. Basically it's only the people that are on adjoining, so I would actually need Castoria to fill in. So we're just gonna play cards. I probably should have gone for Kuro's NP, but it'd be what it'd be. Ooh, that's a disgusting crit. What the shit? Okay, let's try to charm her. We land the charm. We're gonna take the 2 Kuro Arts cards here. I'm gonna play for the next turn. Because there's no other way to do this otherwise. Okay, so Kuro at least has an NP. So you can kind of fuck yourself here if you don't handle this properly, but you want to make sure that you attack on the kill turn with somebody that has the ability to still move again. We're going to go ahead and pop that just to be on the safe side. And we're basically going to play that. You can just attack with Kuro anyways, yeah. Okay, so Kuro wipes her out, and we end up basically having Kuro having the ability to snipe this last one. So now it's literally everyone scatter. You want to get everybody out of the way on this. We're going to go ahead, have Kuro grab that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to run everybody away. And there's a reason why. So we're shuffling everybody down this way. Why? Because this whole area is basically a loop-de-loop. So you can see there's a loop right here, and there is a loop right here. And you can just literally kite her around these 2 loops if you need to. Okay, that is perfect. We move everybody deeper in. We're not going to need their assistance anymore. And really at this point, even if Nursery Rhyme tries to run back, we've already won. Yeah, so we've already won. Nursery Rhyme cannot catch me. The real problem would actually be the Master going and sitting on this particular node. That would be a huge issue. But thankfully, we are in range to catch it ourselves. So we are also going to attempt to further bait the crime back towards us. As again, everybody is basically out of the way. There you go, chat. So crime detects that somebody is closer to her master than her and has issue with that. But it doesn't matter. It's too late. The writer quite literally already has the final piece. And so now we're just going to go ahead and send her back, and it's basically a mop-up tour. Crime can try to attack my writer, but y'all know that's not going to work out in her favor. And, well, it's definitely not going to work out in her favor now. This is actually the correct play. It will literally stop the master from being able to run too far. Now I do have nursery rhyme on an NP, but I'm not super worried about it. Crime's gonna get well, she gonna get crime, chat. And we're gonna go ahead and use everything here. We're actually just gonna go ahead and go straight for the arts cards. I'm not gonna need even the quick cards because, well, this is a 109 on the way to 120 made altar. So it's just it gone card. And then Nursery Rhyme's not going to have much of anything to do. There is the insult to injury play, which is to just kill the master because the master can't do anything. But it's faster. Let's just kill crime. Maid do be cleaning. She do. Oh, you know what? Here you go, chat. Let's go with quintuple quick up. Let's see how much damage we do. This is with no supports, by the way. No supports, no craft essence. Just calm, cool, calculated, cold-blooded murder. Damn, and she wasn't even on the NP turn. There you go. That's it. And that's like I said, that's the problem with it. That's why you need the writer. You need the writer to make it look disadvantageous so that the book does not go after the writer. And then you can kind of close in there. The time I had to do it on JP, I was actually facing Martha, but at least it was writer on writer then, and my writer could kind of keep outpacing her. And that's why, like, when I was kiting her, I moved a lot further in the kiting phase because I just had an extra movement per turn that I had to contend with. Okay, we got two more here. Unforgivable booking. This one. All right, chat, I'm gonna give you all a big hint right now. It's big, it's a dog, and it likes to counter hard things like King Protea. Master move cost -5. Ah, sweet. So that means you can literally move them twice in a turn. And it's because you're literally pincered. Oh, sorry, I said King Protea. It's Passion Lip again. My bad, chat. Oh, yes, question mark. Oh, no, it is King Protea. Okay, yeah, so King Protea moves around, and you need to be very, very careful of that. King Protea also stacks a shit ton of buffs, including crit up. So Barghest is man's best friend here. I'm not even kidding. Like, this is just straight up the easy way to play this. And the reason why is because Barghest will just hard counter her. She will buff strip her, and you will laugh. So it just works. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and put that in. The AI made a dumb. The AI gave me an extra class. Feels good, man. Feels good. Okay, so at that point, I'm not even super concerned about what it is that we're facing. I will say, though, you have the same problem you had in the prior one. You need to keep somebody alive. I believe in my prior one, it was actually Altera, as I believe I kited her to hell and back. Oh no, what are we doing? Well, you see, kid. Another saber might be best, but I like the possibility of an archer. Let's live dangerously, chat. And then, just in case, let's go ahead and throw Light Coup in here. Just as a backup option. 'Cause I don't have enough to actually fit anything. I could fit a 4-star here. Oh, you know what? Fuck it. Fuck it, chat. Oh, damn, no, never mind. Too much. Oh, right, yeah, I only had 8. I was thinking I had 12. I only had 8. Alright, so coup it is. King Protea doesn't move around. She guards the golden treasure box. Does she? I thought she did. But maybe you're right. Teehee, you might want to run before I catch you. Oh, wait, hold on. Where's my master? I totally forgot. Where's the player master? Oh, right, yeah. So the player master's right here. So you 100% need to run. So that is absolutely the first move. Because you obviously have enemies that can come down that way. You could run her up towards this, but again, that's the oof, right? Like, you move her towards King Protea gon' kill. Also, yeah, capture card. Yeah, capture card. There you go, chat. Is it? No, it's still not. BB broke the capture card, apparently. Okay, now it's back. To me, your next best play is probably just keep moving her on up. You could try to move her down a side, but then you're really playing defense if that's the case. So let's analyze what we can do from here. Okay, so let's do that. And it might be better to give up 1 or 2 attacks against the master to get a more beneficial position long term. That is how I would view this. We are going to send Emiya after that. We're basically just going to run away from Altera for right now. Altera's not very close to anybody at the beginning. So if you just kind of move people away from her, she's not likely to go after. And this should work out to our advantage. End up having to double dip this one to get all the chests? Yeah. It's the same concept. You're going to need to kite yet again. Oh, actually, like double crit on turn 1 where nobody has done any attacks. Okay, game. Okay. I see how it is. Well, that's perfectly fine. You're going to live to regret that. Go ahead and do it like that. There you go. You can see bunny carting do be doing things, but also when you start throwing in Honey Lake, shit begin to die. Because again, it's just 40% extra power mod right in there. So the assassin attacks, it attacks again like an idiot, and it gonna die. It's gonna clear itself right off the map, which is kind of low-key what you want to happen. And you can see just how many crit buffs you got going on here. I'm gonna be real. We don't need the charge, so we're just gonna keep carding for more stars at this point. Basically, just setting myself up for future bunny attacks. So bunny do bunny things. Carmilla was the biggest nuisance of this map for me. Well, now she's dead. Turn 1, she dead. First enemy off the board. Okay, there you go. You can see. Gawain can't quite attack. That is ideal. Gonna go ahead and move Bunny up. Why are you trying to move Bunny over there? Okay, we get that there. Again, you can see Altera is like swooping up towards the top up here. And she can go for that. It's just not going to work for her. So this is arguably the safest point on the map. But we'll see. Okay. We're going to go after Gawain here. Try to isolate him out so that they can't wombo too hard. Because the other thing that we're going to do is we're going to use this to get the defense buff on Barcast. Go ahead and pop that. Gonna go ahead and pop that. And then basically we're just gonna try to card down, but we don't have any stars here, but it's still enough. So Gawain ends up losing his first bar there, which should make him susceptible to dying on the next turn. And we are set up primely for the counter by BB here. Yep, so now this is BB on her, but it's 2-on-2 basically here. Absolutely works to my advantage, as basically now we get to hard NP here. We're gonna go for it. We're gonna hard MP Melt herself, as we're gonna attribute Gawain to not being that big of a deal, and we are just going to try to get rid of Melt yet again. And Melt goes down with an NP, and Gawain's going to go down with the cards. And Squirtoria is going to loop. Squirtoria doing Squirtoria things. So it shouldn't happen this easily, chat, for most people, but even on my JP, it did not go that easily. But that was the correct play. Basically, to still try to aim for Melt first, because Melt is going to be your problem child. You can see they're trying to pincer her, but this is now attacking into a 2-on-1, and Melt is going to die just because of it. Melt done fucked up. And she's actually just feeding Barcast Charge, which works beautifully for me. Which actually, knowing that we still have all the buffs in play, because Squirtoria hasn't lost anything, we're going to pre-card here. We're actually going to abuse this just for more stars. So essentially, there's no reason not to. May as well do it. We already know based off the NP variance that's going to kill or get very close. And the extra attack would finish even if she lowballed. So again, perfectly ideal. Barcast is now ready for her first NP. And we just have to contend with a very annoying schmuck up here named Fionn McCumhale. Although, okay, that's... Feel free to go for it again. Passion Lip's going to be another big problem. This definitely causes issues now, because now the Master's protection is gone. So we actually need to solo, like, kind of like isolate somebody basically here to take the bait, so to speak. Hold on. Yeah. That crit, though? No, that crit's fine. Scortoria's not going to have any hard time getting back to her NP or her skills. This is more about removing Passion Lip's buffs and functionally, like, being able to hit her hard. You can see, even an NP5 Barcast is not enough to really do solid work there. But it did do work. Again, she's also attacking into 2 night classes, so she's not being terribly effective. If she lands a death proc, that's going to be a little bit more of a concern. But certainly with the way it is right now, it be doing. I'm just going to go ahead. I'm not even going to take the triple buster. We're just going to take the 2 busters because it should be enough to get her killed. And basically take the little bit of stars and extra charge here. And you can see those defense downs are doing nasty work right now. This is the entire concept behind why Barcast just shits on this Grailfront. Okay, Emiya grabs that finally. We get 2 of them. This may require a second run. I just might not be able to do anything about it because the AI is fundamentally suiciding onto me right now. Thankfully, you can actually use the Master to collect stuff. We're going to let Barcast keep plowing right into BB in the hope that she do work. We basically have these 2 turns to kind of get the job done. It's going to be spicy, though, because now she's got an NP ready for the next turn. So I think she's going to pop Barcast's bar. And then what we're going to do is we're going to sort of have retreating action here with Ku. And we're going to start positioning here. I want to show closer to the Master in the hopes of sucking Altera over to it. So this is probably going to repel me here because, again, the NP with follow-up cards, it's going to kill. And I did not take a Mystic Code, basically, to resist, so. That was actually not as much damage as I thought it would be, but still enough. Could you have moved Bunny in this turn? No. No, Bunny is quite literally at the end of her rope. Or wait, did I not move Bunny last turn? It didn't give me the warning that I hadn't moved anyone. Because I think I moved everybody their full duration. You did? Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say, I thought I did. Okay, we're just gonna literally basically just cart her out. It's gonna be close, but be what it be. So again, Passion Lip goes down, and that's kind of the worst. Now we've got King Protea to contend with, but Barghast stuff should be coming back. It's kind of annoying right now. We're going to go ahead and take that chest. I can't do much of anything other than I can do that. That's going to make her resistant. I have successfully gotten the master out of there. We're going to use the master at this point to go ahead and collect stuff. I'm going to leave Ku right where he is, and the hope is going to be that it attracts her, who is only 2 moves away, to try and come get him, because I kind of need to do that. We're going to also move Bunny right in there so that I can just wombo combo him. This is definitely going to be someone's got to get isolated and has to get kited. And it's going to take a lot of like smart play on my half to make that work. But I should be able to do it. It's just going to take a while. Okay. So neither of them are taking class effective damage from Fionn, which is Fionn's own damn loss. Gonna go ahead and heal. There's kind of no reason not to. Also, just gonna go ahead and pop the arts up and sort of bestow upon her the benefit. And we're just gonna kind of keep quick guarding because it's easily enough damage. Yeah, but if I have to, my bunny can go take out King Protea. It shouldn't be too big of an issue. Okay, so Fionn is... I don't know what the fuck Fionn's doing right now. But basically, in the words of a very smart man, that's bait. They're in a great position. No, it's fine. The key is to just not press. Like, do not press your advantage if you don't have to. That's annoying. But we do have Altera on a kite, which is really freaking hilarious. Okay, so Fion's gone. Fion's gone because it's the smart play. It's the smart play at this point to get him out so that they can't block me in both directions. Okay. And basically what we're going to start doing is we're literally just going to start rotationing everyone. And we'll see who she gets baited by. We're going to leave the master right there. We don't have to keep moving the master. It is sufficiently far from any unit that could threaten it. But Altera must stay alive. Still remaining actions, who? Just the master? That's fine. Okay, Altera, who you taking bait for? You are going after the archer like a idiot. Go for it. Be my guest. See what the AI does. Okay, so this looks like she's reinforcing King Proteus. She's not. She's actually going up to the master. Because she sees that the master is headed right for coup. And that's perfectly fine. If she ends up getting kited by coup, I have no issue. We will start to pull the master back. There you go. I don't know why the master did that, but sure, go for it. Okay. Yeah, Barghest is probably just going to go down here, and that's going to be a bit of a problem. We're just going to go ahead and start it off anyways, trying to just put in those defense downs. And you can see, as you hit her, she gets crit ups. So just removing the crit ups is just going to stop King Protea from just popping off even harder. Again, Barghest without any sort of like healing command codes. Like, if I had actually prepped for this, you could definitely go all out even more than this. Hope we get another Honey Lake banner. That's not bad for me. Honey Lake is definitely one of those really good ones. Okay, we're going to keep rotating the master. So Altera is going to get like right here this turn. And that's perfectly A-okay. Because ideally she's going to get there this turn. Then there the next turn. Then there the next turn. Because I'm going to start kiting her out this way. So I have to have 1, 2. 1, 2. Which she'll be here at that point. Yeah, I need Emiya out of there prior to that. So that is perfectly A-okay. So Ku is our actual bait right now. And they flip-flop, which is definitely smart. Come on. Go over there. There you go. Fingers tap, please. This is just going to be a slow process of turn after turn as we try to sit here and kill King Protea, but it will work eventually. The real problem is going to be King Protea's NP is probably going to finish off Barghest, unless I can get some way of mitigating it. But even this, at this point, if I can get maybe like at least this first bar out of her, I should be okay. What app setup do you use to draw on your stream? It's just a Telestrator app that I got online. Now, the real problem is I can't get someone closer to Altair or she'll double back. So, like, I do have to be a little bit careful with how I handle this. I'm going to keep pushing the master on away from everything. We're going to start bringing Bunny up in support. Okay. Wait, did the AI just literally not take a turn? Nani? Impressive. Their only move is to not play. If I could, I would honestly consider. Yeah, I find that really funny. In all seriousness, we're actually going to do it like that. It's not going to matter. We're still going to get it, and we just want the overcharge basically for the crit stars more than anything. There you go. King Protea gets repelled. This is certainly a bit of an issue, though, as I can consider how to handle this. But if I let it go as is, well, there's no reason not to continue this holding pattern. If the AI doesn't have to move, neither do I. See if the AI moves at all. The AI continues to stay still. This is actually meta. This is faster this way. Wait, hold on. Okay, so I do have it. I don't think my bunny can kill here. I mean, she could if I blew the NP, but like... I have no explanation, chat. It just... Bunny. Yeah, I mean, definitely the defense downs are huge there. But like power mod and crit damage and just, you know. All right, KP. Would you like to get your NP off? Because I say no. I say no to you. I say no MP for you. I say we go crit star. And we do crit things. See, chat, we lost like half the defense downs there and it still didn't matter. It's still just obliterated. Okay. Now we have all of them. So like I said, you guys were sitting there saying like, hey, this doesn't look like a good position. Notice how I didn't attack and I just ran. I just ran from the AI. You always have that choice. Just run. If you're worried about the AI suiciding onto you, don't let them. Run away. Like, be a little bitch because the AI is trying to end the battle too soon. So there's no reason you can't do it. Do it, chat. I believe in you. I believe in you. Also, I'm not advocating for suicide. Don't do that. That's not smart. Oh my god, the AI moved finally. We're coming to get you. Just you wait. That is actually the smarter play. It's not going to work, but it's the smarter play. And this is GG, by the way, chat. Not this, but like this next action. Because you can see, I still have a bunny with full movement range. So, whoop, whoop. Oh, look, more crit damage. Oh, look, a Mystic Code. Yeah, why not? We only needed the first card. Like I said, usually it's not the units that I'm using. It's the tactics that I'm employing. If you do similar things, you'll be successful. Like I said, you guys can see I'm not min-maxing this. I am taking my most powerful units. I can absolutely be taking a better Mystic Code. I can absolutely be utilizing things that are more to my advantage. Barghest was the smart play there. Also, things like Honey Lake can certainly help out, but you don't have to have them. If you're worried about how to deal with some of the other units like BB, just again, Knight classes are going to be really good against the alter egos, just in general. So that's usually the way you want to play it. I took my favorites to everyone. Yeah. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with skewing everything that you possibly can in your favor. For Heracles, yeah. Well, I mean, things like Heracles, Ku, you guys saw. Ku saw no action, but he existed purely as a stopgap. And that's why I took him. That's why I put him in there. Is just to, like, have that option. And you can see he was able to go up and threaten the master, and that made Altera peel off. Art of Death is an insane C for fronts. Does the 3-turn duration still apply? Does it apply with like every battle? Because if so, yeah, that is broken as dicks. I don't know because I've never used it. Art of Death in 3-turn one. Oh, what am I thinking of then? Oh, damn. Shame she ran into that 0.001% chance of me winning. Art of the Poisonous Snake. Thank you. Sorry. You got... Okay, chat. To be fair, they're both named Art, and aren't they both Art Cs? Oh, it's anti-humanoid. Okay, there you go. But yeah, anti-humanoid's going to be nice. Things that are like anti-man can also be really good depending on what you're facing. It really just depends on what you're doing. Great Evil BB has unique actions, so be careful. Oh no, she has 60 movement points, and she can move and attack, so she can do 3 things a turn, basically. Try to avoid spices. Oh right, yeah, you can be turned into a pig. So chat, I can literally just tell you exactly the same strategy I employed last time also works here. So, boom, right there. And that just... I do like that they only give you, like, 68, but, like... Nah, like, chat, straight up, I think I literally just did one of these. And, like, this combination of Castoria with Bunny just tanked, like, the entirety of the Grailfront. Quite literally. It shat on everything. Then let's see, what do I want to do here? So the real problem is we've got quite a bit of extra classes here. It looks like we've got some more alter egos. We've got some moon cancers. That's not going to be a problem because my bunny's probably going to shit on the moon cancers. We'll have to watch out for Le Bazurkar. I'm seeing 2 Lancers, a Saber, a Rider, an Archer. The Archer, so consider too, like, who all is going to get attracted to, like, this side of things, right? It's going to probably end up being Gil. Gil's going to end up coming up. Kama is the danger enemy, so she's not likely to move. In that regard, taking something that is not a ruler would be ideal for Kama, but it does not have to be anything like that. Kama should also be considered evil and chaotic, so I can probably, like, load up Lartoria up here and laugh at shit, but... Honestly, I'm not sure I need anything else. I think I'm going to throw Kama in back here again. Kama's just, again, really good for Grailfronts and is very anti-alter ego, so I can probably take her into and against Kiara over there. The real problem is going to be Hans being a caster, but I'm not too worried about Hans. Oh my god, game, just let me tap anywhere else on the screen. Junaku can easily solve the Avenger. Yep. That is the plan. I'll tell you what we're gonna do though is we are gonna take Jerker in here. No we're not. Is this a coup? Is this... This might be a coup. Because it's just a party cost issue at this point. Yep, there you go. You know what? Just to be on the safe side, because my bunny's going to be doing so much heavy lifting, I will switch Mystic Codes. Just go for that. Again, the OG Mystic Code's really nice. You have low you have attack up that works on everything. You have low cooldown healing and dodge. So it's like it's just very good for keeping people up down the stretch. And again, you really don't have to do anything with the master other than like and the only thing I will say is make sure you have somebody over here. But the pathing is designed to kind of flow this way, and it will. No, that's actually not what I wanted to do, but you know what? There you go. We're going to do that. Basically just swap the master in, kind of create a conga line again. We're just going to try to run around over here with Kama and collect what we can collect. Kama's goal is not necessarily put pressure, but to gather. And Ku will eventually probably get over there as well. I thought the BB stayed back last time, but maybe they didn't. Okay, AI be doing AI things. And if I have to, I could probably post up on a on one of these. Oh, hold on. Get turned into a pig for one turn when fighting Great Evil BB. Okay. Sorry, I thought that was the immune to special effects. So the other thing is you don't want to fight on this square because if you do, you're going to get gangbanged right there, right? We're quite literally just going to pull back. This is a sort of like just dead square in a little bit. Where the AI attacking into me isn't going to be able to do very much. We're going to start moving Ku around the opposite direction. Again, just leave your master up top. There's really no reason not to. And just wait for the AI to come to you. Okay, that's going to be a problem. Actually, what we will do, because again, even if I attack onto this square, I'll still be battling her. We're actually going to do one of these. Basically just pulling back. And you can pull back even more if you need to create an actual choke point. Okay. Cat likes choking servants? Yeah, you gotta use choke points, chat. Got to. So Gil should move up this turn. Okay. I kind of expected this. This is going to be a nasty turn here. She's got invuln. She gets a lucky crit. 2 lucky crits. Wow, game. Come on. Come on. What is that bullshit? I haven't even had a battle yet, and she literally gets double crit to begin. That is rough. There goes my free buffer in effect. Okay, so the best play here then is to actually funnel. The problem is this... No, I'm just fucked by that. Holy crap. That was the worst possible outcome that I could have possibly had there. Okay, so we're gonna try to bait with Ku and see if we can split them, but yeah, she might just go down. Where are you running? I should not have run. Oh. Alright, hold on, chat. Hold on. I know I said I wasn't going to, but this is just straight up like the worst possible start I could have gotten. I've actually misplayed. Holy fuck. Like, hard misplayed that. Better to restart at the beginning than to get off on a bad foot, limp through the later ones, and then straight up just do that. Time to change the title? No. Okay, so again, the same strategy will in fact work. I just need to not be a fucking idiot. There we go. To be fair, that's like one of the problems I have with the Grailfronts is it is so easy to accidentally like hit the wrong thing and be like, oops, sorry, you changed places. Oops, sorry, you went to the wrong node. And I'm like, no, I'm trying to select another unit. Just please, dear God, give me anyone else. Okay. Yeah, still Castoria here. Still OG Mystic Code. So again, the big thing is you just don't want to get caught essentially with your pants down. So I think the only strategic change I'm going to change here is I'm just not going to advance comma forward. There's no real reason to. I've fat fingered a few times. It sucks when it happens. Yeah, it's like just the way in which it happened. It happened basically like as terribly as possible up here. And then right here, you guys are right. I never should have backed up. I should have, if anything, attacked into it. It just would have been really rough. But I needed to get the buffs on in effect. Yep. That's it. There's really no reason to advance and move down. Just play defensively. Let the enemy run into you. And you actually can use your master as backup if needed. I believe it's what allows you to use command seals. I don't remember, but... Huh. Why is she going that way this time? That's really odd. I guess just because I didn't advance further forward. Yeah, let's just see if we can bait. So it's just going to be a lot of turn ending and waiting for the AI. But as the turns go on and the AI starts suiciding onto you, you will have enough time. And you can see you do have enemies right here that are like staying back at home. So it's definitely a lot more solid in that regard. I am affording the AI the potential ability to like double up on me. But again, this is like actually best case scenario. And I have no idea what the AI is attempting to do with this. I am gonna, ironically enough, back up and force them to attack just Bunny. Because Kiara trying to insta-gib my Castoria is probably what they're attempting to do. It's not going to work, but it's what they're attempting to do. Such a large map. Yeah, it is. What am I listening to? Yeah, what are you subjecting me to? Okay, you can see Kiara do be carding hard. Fortunately for her, I have literally Honey Lake on, so we're just going to go ahead and heal right at the get-go. Get that party started. I actually don't have any crit stars, nor do I have anything on, so we're also going to do this. It's just, like I said, when you know you have the cooldowns and you'll get them back fast, it's a good idea to go for it. So we're literally just going to pop that. Get that on. This card's going to hit a lot harder, and then the extra card should definitely hit hard. And then boom, there you go. Kiara's first bar down in spite of her invuln. And now Kiara is vulnerable to a follow-up. Which should allow me to hit Gil as well. Oh no, it's gonna be Hans instead. Oh no, never mind, it's Gil. AI be doing a dumb. That's perfect. Medusa has no idea what she's doing and is just wasting all of her movement. All right, now we attack in. Okay. We're not going to go after Suzuka. She's not the threat right now. And we'll handle Suzuka basically with the NPs. So instead, we're going to go card against Lancelot. We're going to try to card him out. I don't think she's going to have enough power to do so. I maybe should have saved the attack up for this. Getting 30k is a huge ask here. She does it. Wow. All right. I'll take it. She's going to get her NP off the back of this. Now, unfortunately, she's probably going to get her guts popped here. And maybe even her bar popped. Well, I could attack in yet again. It's probably better to attack in. And we're actually going to go ahead and use the evasion here. So I think we go for Suzuka, try to hit her with the NP, see what we can do. Should be enough, but I don't know. It was okay. We get a lucky crit. No lucky second crit. Now this is spicy. The evasion was the correct choice. Because again, it was basically going to be do or die right there if I didn't. Has Kat ever heard of the game For Honor? I have. It was okay. We could offer up Ku, but he's also in a situation where he kind of needs to be on the offensive. All right, we let Bunny go all in. You can always move back again. I think Kiara just goes down because she's got the burn on her, but I'm not sure if Gil dies from this. Yep, there you go. So he does die, and we get to abuse him for some easy charge. So Bunny doing stuff. And that gets rid of Kiara. Kiara is actually like low-key one of the huge annoyances on this map. I forgot about that, but she really was a problem the first time around. All right, we move back. This is going to bait either this with a Hans attack. Actually, Hans can't attack. It's either going to bait them moving into a position where they can double surround me, and I'm gonna follow up and kill Gil on the next turn, or Gil is just gonna go right in and attack, and I'm gonna kill Gil on the next turn. Either way, this is now a good time basically to move Castoria in, as Gil is not going to get the benefit of really being able to press the advantage. Gonna go ahead and move her there. So Kama's gonna get her guts popped and maybe even get her first bar pop, but taking out the Berserker here is probably the ideal. Oh no, yeah, it won't matter. He's not gonna be able to follow up. And he doesn't even pop the guts, so that's actually completely ideal. We're just gonna abuse this for charge and stars. I don't know why I was thinking for some odd reason that he would have Saber Girl with her. Though she is probably going to follow up. And at that point, she will pop the guts. Yep, Gil does exactly like I predicted. Oh, he focused everything on the bunny. That's kind of problematic, but whatever. We're going to go ahead and pop that because she's still going to gain the benefit of it. And this is low-key kind of hilarious because Gil's just going to get carded out. And Gil just goes down without me having to use the NP. And again, kind of with Bunny here, because she cards so well, especially with Honey Lake, I don't use the NP until I have to. I just basically wait for enemies to give me the advantage to do so. So when they're doubled up, I can basically NP them. I can attack into them, NP them, and get the benefit. How do we share music here? If you want a song request, yeah, I think you have to be a sub. You can always like link it and have somebody else song request it for you, and that can work. It's going to be a bit spicy here for Suzuka. I'm going to go ahead and use the heal, just because it's not likely that she gets to follow up with anything. And how we're going to kind of play this is we're just going to play it safe. I have no idea how much damage this MP is going to do, and I need to make sure it kills. It should, but she's missing the attack up from her guts and the quick up from her first skill. So yeah, there you go. So it still was enough, but I just wanted to make sure. There you go, 68k that time. So I could have probably abused that for just better stars, but it'd be what it'd be. Again, Kama still has her entire first bar. If 3 turns go by without her getting attacked, she's getting that guts back. And you can see we're dealing with the BBs now. It's a bit problematic because we got literally the moon cancers at play here. I don't know why the moon cancers are trying so fucking desperately for her. AI has definitely got a hard on right now. I think this is actually the smarter play. As we are going to pull the runaway trick. And we're going to let the moon cancers walk right into my my ruler. Sure you aren't on a purple spot? Oh no, I'm good. Oh no, not 5k from Hans? Bro, what? What is this bullshit? Okay. Let me see here. Apply skill seal for a single enemy. I don't know that I need that. This is quite literally just stall tactics right now. If I had the arts up, this would have actually killed. Ooh, okay, this is spicier, because this is probably going to go after Castoria. Or not. Okay. Well, at least she gave Castoria the NP. We're going to go ahead and abuse. Hmm. Is the lore only in this front? I believe so. Medusa is going to be a problematic enemy here. I was hoping to have Bunny take her out, but the fact that they blitz both BBs the other way is kind of annoying. Oh, right. Yeah, she can just keep moving. This is going to be a problem. This is really going to be a problem. Kama holding on. Okay. Center enemies were way more aggressive for you. Holy shit. Yeah, I have no idea why. Like, it's kind of wild. They were not normally this aggressive for mine. Okay. Didn't get the charm. Unfortunate. But it was enough. It will kill. I probably shouldn't have popped it. But I don't know if she would have killed with the cards afterwards. So at least we get a bar there. And we did get her guts back on, which is like low-key the most important thing here. So she's going to have to move, but then she's going to get 2 attacks in, which is going to be a problem. But, well, not much I can do. Okay, so she's got barely any left, but that's good, low-key, because it's just going to allow us a free turn to attack and reaccumulate charge here. Again, Hans is not the issue, so screw Hans. We literally don't care about Hans. It's purely Medusa. So getting Medusa's bar down is paramount. Thankfully, on the next turn, I believe I'll have Castoria's arts up back, but I may be wrong. Either way, there you go. They got Janako off of a single. Nice. Take her back? No. That's all you. You can see the AI hilariously does not really want to use this square, and it's good, because that's smart of the AI, because it's a trap. If the AI goes onto that square, I'm gonna fucking kill them. So I low-key hope they do it. Please stop hitting Castoria. Please stop. Thank you. Where? So Ryder can attack twice. This is going to be a spicy turn for me. Essentially, the AI is being very aggressive, and it is using its applicable classes very intelligently. Okay, we actually carded her out. That's great. That is actually great. I was really worried that I was going to have to face Medusa another turn. So that is ideal. Okay, Hans, I get it. I understand, Hans. You're angry. But you know what, Hans? Screw Janako. This is a Castoria. We're going to show you right now who the better caster is. Here you go, Hans. Go back where you belong! Don't make fun of Hans, he's trying. No, I know. I'm more pissed that the AI is actually being quite smart with how it's approaching these battles right now. Okay, that was dumb of you. That was incredibly dumb of you. You have somehow still not managed to kill Kama. I don't know how, but you haven't done it. And at this point, it's fucking hilarious. Okay. We're doing it in that order just to get the benefit of the stars last as well as the heal. So BB goes down. BB's going extra down on this turn too. How did BB get so aggro? I don't know. Like I said, when I played this on JP, the two BBs I feel like stayed back until I moved down. But they are just going ape shit on this one. It didn't have to be like this, BB. It just didn't. It didn't have to be this way. But you chose this. You asked for this. I actually probably should have pre-carded because with a lucky Buster crit there, it just would have flat out killed her. I'm actually a terrible master? Yes. Okay. So I can move up to her and let her attack me 3 times, or I can stay back here and she can only attack twice. And here's the play, chat. So we just do it like that. So this feels like a trap, because it feels like I'm going to attack into Hans, but it's technically free real estate, so let's go for it. Okay. So. Oh, fuck! Anyways, I totally forgot about that. You know what? I still don't care about Hans. No, nobody cares about Hans, chat. Just card BB. Card BB. Kill BB. BB fast. It doesn't matter. I got the invuln up, and that's technically all that matters. I can't believe Cad tried to use Janako. I mean, you see why I don't, right? No. Okay. I have no idea what happens if I fight her on that square, but she's not the one on that square, and I'm not the one on that square. Like, I have no idea if she could have pigified me there. That's very interesting. If she could, that's a big uh-oh. But if she couldn't, So the other play here is also this. I could move back, but moving back then means that she gets to, like, wombo everything. And I think it's actually just straight up safer to let her plow right into my ruler this way. Only super evil BB gets pigify? Oh, am I fighting the non-super evil BBs? I thought they were just all evil. I didn't realize there was a difference. Do I feel it, chat? Do I feel it in my bones? I feel it in my bones, chat. Yes! Yes! All right. All right, now BB here. Not as evil, but still pretty evil, BB. Yeah, that's what I figured. Okay, BB removes defense, but thankfully it's after her in P. I still prefer just going with Castoria arts. Especially because she's got the arts up. Although actually I don't know if she still does, but either way, I want the healing on Castoria more than anything. The real problem is going to be taking out Kama more than anything, because like Kama just sitting over there in the corner is going to be a little bit of a problem since my Janako is just so beat up at this point. Thankfully, we got more healing there, and boom, yeah, we actually card her out. Sweet. That should stop her, but I don't know if she's going to still get another attack. No, she doesn't. She's done. Now I gotta weather 2 turns this way. And this, thankfully, this one does not hit as hard. We do have the dodge. We're just gonna go ahead and kind of take it. We're also gonna go ahead and take the heal. It's effective damage, so this should work. And it do. So she should attack one more time, and that should literally kill her on her own turn. I'm just going to literally turn around with Bunny and try to, like, hoof it to get back to the quote-unquote front lines over there. Oh, no, never mind. She ended her turn. You bitch. Okay, so that's still going to mean that I'm going to need to mop this up, but whatever. Special invuln safe, yeah. So this is just continue to card BB and continue to try and heal back from it. I'm just trying to keep my bunny strong because my bunny can basically solo everyone here other than maybe Kama. Okay, so BB number 1 dead. We're probably going to have to employ kiting techniques again. But you guys can see, this is why these just take so long. By the way, chat, full disclosure, we're probably not getting to media share night tonight. I'm sorry about that, but these Grailfronts do be taking a while. It just be how it be. Okay, we're going to move Kama there. We're going to let her go pick up the rest of the stuff. So, hold the front door here. We've actually kind of weeded them all out. Probably is low-key better to go on the offensive here, but I just don't know if I am pro-tech. I am pro-tech. So we're just going to have Janako functionally eat the NP. Because it is just the safest option at this point. That way she doesn't get to do it against Castoria. It be how it be, it do BB. Okay. Yep, she gets stuck with that. Doesn't manage to remove anything. And we are still tanky and good to go for the next turn. Now, there is another play here. And that's this, chat. Kama was the first one I went after. I mean, you kind of can't. Like, you can, but you can't. Like, you just have to just flat out just brute force, move everyone forward, and have someone run block for whoever's trying to hit Kama. Because that's the only other way at that point. And all you're doing is you're just changing where the battle is occurring. I just basically chose to form a defensive wall, knowing full well that the AI wasn't going to be able to get through it. And you can see, they weren't. So even though they managed to beat up quite a bit of my units, they're functionally all dead now. And it's just a patient game of like, all right, cool, I'm going to just go kill some people. You know what? Fuck it. We ball. Enemy probably does nothing. I believe the enemy won't do anything until you start coming in and trying to get these two, and then these guys will move around a little bit, but they usually are going to stay there and play defense. The hardest chest to get is that one right there. Okay. That's Moon Cancer on Avenger. That is a ton of health. I'm gonna think about how I'm gonna play this. I could have just used that to continually stagger her, but I think we do need to go on the offensive a little bit here if we have any hope of killing Kama. Okay, thankfully Kama attacked all 3 times. And I believe the NP gives invuln, doesn't it? Yep. Mighty Chain, yes. Oh no, she killed. God damn it. Janako, no! Oh no, she didn't! Yes! Janako, yes! Thank God you're so weak! Yes! Yes! Good job, Janako! Anyways. All according to Keikaku, chat. Someone's having fun? Yes. Okay, so the taunt is down, so we need to be a little bit careful here. Although I believe her NP taunts, doesn't it? No. It would be great if it did. I'm thinking of QSH. Okay. We're going to hope that singular arts card does the trick. Ultimate Grailfronts are quite fun, yeah. Like I said, to me, the issue with these Grailfronts is that they just made them too long. Like, I don't mind the challenge. I actually enjoy the challenge. They just made them too long. Straight up. Like, you guys can see, this Grailfront is already, like, minus the scuff even. We've already been on this Grailfront for, like, over half an hour. And there's still quite a bit of maneuvering to do as now we're in the, hey, go get all the chests phase of it. Okay, we're just going to literally play that one, use that to get some free Castoria charge, but then we need to actually card it out. Somehow I knew the second Janako card would not be enough. Probably could have gotten away, though, with 2 Castoria Arts cards. You lost half an hour. What if you failed them in the last fight? Oh, yeah. No, I agree. Like, having to redo these is exactly what you don't want to do. And that's why you guys saw. I just said, fuck it. And I just restarted right at the beginning. It's better that than having to, like, go all the way through and then be like, oh, man, I just missed it. It's just not freaking worth. Okay, hold on. Have I moved everybody else? No. And the master can only move 1 slot, so it's probably actually better not to move the master too much. Thankfully, Kama not coming out of there. Everybody else is just staying still. That is ideal. I am going to run mine down here, grab that. We are going to run Kama up here, have her grab that. How are we looking on this? Got 1 turn left for that. Castoria probably gets carded out. We're gonna have her attack once because I don't believe that I actually managed to kill here. And if I do, I do. It's not the end of the world. I mean, I could. Maybe. Oh, I actually should have done quick Buster, but whatever. I was somehow thinking I needed an NP game, but I probably don't. Janako coming out of this at full health. Only Castoria got beat up for Janako's sins. Yeah. And I still had the 30% charge. I think that should just be enough. We'll just let Janako card it out and save the NP in case we need it. See, and this is why, like, to me, in all seriousness, chat, one of the problems I have with Janako is the fact that, like, Janako doesn't have a taunt on her NP. Janako only heals herself. So, like, to me, if I really just want a, like, solo expert like that, I'm going QSH. I'm not going her. And at that point, that's where, like, my problem is that she's not party oriented. She's a selfish unit that doesn't really have the best in terms of damage. And I, like, low-key kind of hate that. I wish that that weren't the case. You know what? Screw it. Let's have Castoria go grab it. At least her skill upgrade will help. Yeah, it does. All right, so we got the lore. The lore is definitely the most important thing to get out of this. Also, did I get a rainbow drop, or is that how it normally is? Yeah, okay. It's just being like, yo, bro, you got a super special reward. That might actually lure young man Lee into acting. You know what? The master only being able to move one square, it's not fast enough. Okay, we grab that. You can see we're just mopping up the chests now. Never enough lures, never enough. I see people all the time. Like, I feel like I saw someone on Twitter today, or maybe it was on one of my videos. I don't remember, but they were saying something like it hurts to see people run out of lures as a free to play. And I'm like, listen, Chad, if you're a free to play and you can't run out of lures, it tells me that you're probably just not luring things. And if it's like, oh, well, I can't because I don't have the materials, then it tells me you're not farming things, you're not using all of your AP. If it's like, oh, well, I don't have the QP, then it tells me you're not farming QP either. So, like, there is nothing stopping a free-to-play from being able to play like a whale. The only difference is how hard your units hit, how many units you have. And in a weird way, having more units means you also need more resources. So, as a free-to-play, you should still be running out of lures. You should still be running out of these other things. If you're not able to do it, it probably just means that you're not utilizing your AP or you're not being efficient with it in some way. And I have numerous guides to talk about how to handle stuff like that, including the new player guide. I can obviously walk you guys through it if you guys ever have any questions, if you ever feel like you're doing something that is inefficient. But I don't know what to tell you outside of that. I can tell you that for years I played my JP account like it was a free-to-play account. And my JP account is very close to having every single unit in the game FO'd. Well, every single unit that it has. And it has a good chunk of units at this point. So it's like, it is still quite the feat for it as well. Okay, so we're going to start looping her up there. But again, and all I'm trying to say about this is, don't make excuses for yourself just because you're free to play. Don't have a defeatist mindset. Just still try. And I think you'll notice that you actually can get a lot accomplished, a lot done with that. Okay, so I expect old man... No, he actually didn't. You can see, though, this is like the victory lap now at this point. And the only real problem is going to be, again, that you need to kite. We're actually gonna like sit Castoria right where she is. You know what? I guess it doesn't matter. We can actually just fundamentally put her in there. It's not really gonna make a difference. The AI can't gap close on me that fast. I'm doing good on lures now, but that's partially because I intentionally avoided using. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people look at my account, they see like, oh, Cad, you have like 10 or even 20 lures at sometimes. And I'm like, yeah, don't worry about it, chat. Like, it's all in my calculations. I will literally use every single one of those lures. Like, if I'm sitting on stuff like that, it's because I'm waiting on a beneficial time to use it, or I just know there's an upcoming like huge concern with it. But again, I have all of my stuff plotted out, so that's usually not the concern. He's probably going to get attacked here. But we'll go ahead and utilize that to kind of snipe things. So he's probably going to come up and attack Ku there. Not much I can do at this point about that. It just be what it be. What if I just like to hoard lures? No, if you like to hoard lures, that's perfectly fine. I would just say you're leaving something on the table if that's the case, right? Like, for an account like mine, especially my NA account, like it's robust enough it doesn't care, chat. Like it can sit on lures and it's really not making a huge difference in the account's overall productivity and capability. But if you're free to play and it's like stopping you from having like rank 10 of a skill on a really good unit that you use all the time, there is no reason you shouldn't be doing it. You should be farming for that specific reason. The more efficient your main units are, the better off you're going to be. I've slowed down my rules a lot. Yeah, I don't blame you guys. Oh, getting spicy with Castoria here. Nice try! Okay, let's do that. Ah, perfect, yes! Behold! DPS Castoria! Come on, lucky crit. Yeah! She's not gonna do it, though. And she got close. She would have needed 2 lucky crits. Still, like, low-key, I'm not sure I actually want to kill here. As you can see, I'm gonna be somewhat fighting these 2 idiots. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna sort of fall back into a retreat action here. I may just kill Tyra outright. Yes, there's only the 2 chests left. Did I say Tyra? Sorry. It happens, chat. Have feeling when it's harder not to kill the enemy. It happens. Screw it. Hello, Fox. Welcome everybody from Fox's stream. How's it going? What are you guys up to today? We're just shitting on the Grailfront. after we did have to scuff on the very last one here. But only like in the first, like, what was it, chat? The first 3 turns or something. I went like, oh crap, and just completely made a bunch of wrong moves. Okay, so I can't actually kill her this turn. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull back so that we don't alarm the Lee. And we are going to continue to pull back so that we can bait him out. If he keeps chasing me, if he comes around here, we win. If he goes back, we probably still win because either way, we're coming down there and we're grabbing that last one. So It doesn't matter. We're gonna basically get the last 2 remaining chests either way. The worst case scenario is they all try to dogpile Bunny. But if that's the case, then we literally rush in and kind of backdoor it. But I don't expect that to happen because the second we even get close to the master, AI is gonna freak the fuck out. Also, proof of a hero. Nice, chat. Right, that's a Mua. First time playing it. How'd you like it? Really like the Grailfronts. I had a lot of fun with them, with Barku. Barcast is really good on the next to last one. I was showing that to chat earlier because she just has that ability to just buff strip all those crit ups, and it's really good. But yeah, no, my only complaint about these Grailfronts is just how long they take. They are definitely an undertaking. They are kind of rough in that regard. You know what? Screw it. Put it on cooldown. I still have the Mystic Code evasion. And I feel like I'm always 1 turn away, chat, from having my heal on Bunny. I don't know why. But there you go. And you guys can see, Bunny basically sold the whole Grailfront. Like, we did have Janako there doing some solid work, but like the rest of it was just people running into Bunny and Bunny just murderizing them. Okay, he bought it. So, we win. Like, he literally, young man Lee, God, I keep getting that confused, literally cannot stop us from getting these 2. And even if he avoids us, we can just straight up kill the master. So, now we are on a sprint. We're also going to move the master away over to this side so that old man Lee just sits here going like, huh? Sorry, young man Lee. Yeah, he's trying to backpedal. Like I said, he literally cannot stop us. We have an edge on him at this point. Because he is going to move here this next turn. We're going to move there. He's going to move there. And we can literally win and kill him in the same turn. Well, actually, I don't know if we can kill him, but... he's probably more likely to actually just protect the master anyways, so... like, he's probably not going to come down this way. He's going to come down this way and swap with the master. I mean, or he can do that. Either way, doesn't matter. That is all chests right there. And like I said, chat, the lesson is don't let the AI completely suicide onto you. The AI will always hold 1 or 2 units back. At that point, just leave them be. Actually, it technically would have been faster to, well, no, he'll die on his own turn, so it won't matter. Whee! Oh, he's actually not burning. Oh well. He is now. I forgot I hadn't hit him yet. And before Master sits on the chest? If Master sits on the chest, then you literally kill the Master and move on to the square. That will also work, chat. Right now, he suicides onto me this turn because he can't get me away from this Master, and we win. I thought he was going to like glitch out and not attack there for a second. Ooh, nice crit. Those who are about to die, I salute thee. Unfortunately for you, we probably only need this singular Buster card, so have fun. All right, there we go. So, chat, like I said, Bunny be doing bunny things. And like I said, she's really good for Grailfronts because rulers in general, it's exactly like I was talking about. If you go with a survivable unit with a lot of cooldowns, rulers just soak damage. They can just eat it. And if you just put any sort of healing on them, they're not going down. It's going to take literally an Avenger or a Berserker to really take them out. Everybody else is going to really struggle against that sort of thing. Half hour of media share, Pog? Sure, I'll give you a half hour, chat. Ruler Martha goes ham on these maps? Yep. Yep. Absolutely. You can just absolutely dominate people. And like I said, one of the things about Bunny that's real nice, she's got that low cooldown, basically like dodge, right? And that's gonna be really, really good for her. So there you go. That's all the Grailfronts done. Like I said, we did have to scuff there. I'm not gonna bother with that on stream for you guys. Let's do the half hour of media share as chat was promised. Also, unfortunately, YouTube, I'm sorry, I got to end stream on that side of things because media share be doing that. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys for the next one tomorrow.